G'day everyone, I'm Smokescreen and welcome back to another video. And first off, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, you will need to go and watch that one first, because that details the first two slots of what this is. Nations Cup for 2021-2022 Exhibition Series. We're at Special Stage Route X, as you should probably already know. So the meme race of the season, they've made it the season opener this time. And this is the third slot, the best race of the night. And look, everything compounded. There was a lot going on. We were on party chat with a couple of the guys. It was like 6 of us, I think. All strategizing to try and get ourselves up the front. Obviously, I don't think it's actually allowed, but we're just in exhibition here. So, as per the instructions, all of our group went out at the 8-minute mark to try and give us a nice large gap to all the cars that you can see are halfway down the first straight here. So we just have to catch up and get ourselves all together. Hyper, Ica, Atom were all up the road. I was in my own little pack. I think that's to do with the fact that I'm on PlayStation 4 still. And everyone behind me is a long way back. So we're just slowing up, nice and easy. We've got a lot of time to try and get ourselves together in our little group here. And that's Schnickerman and Smitty, who have all caught up. We're all in our little pack now. So we're going to fast forward to the end of the outlap. Now this is where the strategy for qualifying starts to take effect. What we've got to do is, we're all in a pack, but we've all got to space out and give ourselves a little bit of room, because what that does is that allows us to sort of gain in slipstream. So you don't want to back up so much that you end up losing the slipstream of the car in front of you, but you want to get to about half a second back, because what you'll do is, we've got a leader of the pack currently, Hyperdrift, pushing all the air out of the way. He's going to be one of the slowest in the pack. So Ikatosh will catch up to Hyper, and then Atom will catch up, then I'll catch up, Schnicko will catch up, and Smitty will catch up. And what that does is it essentially closes in all the gaps, and all the cars in the slipstream that had a nice lovely gap will all gain time. So coming up to the back of Atom, Ica and Hyper, who have all come together in one little group, and we're going to head into the back of Atom, give him a nice bump and just push the train along. So we've done our time gain. We're going to stick in this formation for the entirety of the qualifying session. Schnickerman is still yet to catch up, and Smitty are still yet to catch up. So they're going to gain a lot of time. And in fact, because they have the most distance to gain towards the leader, Schnicko and Smitty will be in the best possible position to try and, take out the fastest spots. So we've got some people crossing the line there. We've got a 5:41 and a 5:42 set by the first two guys. So they haven't quite got the strategy in qualifying right. They were only in a group of 2, which is nowhere near enough to try and get yourself a nice fast quali. So they're about 10 seconds off the pace. The second group comes across 5:35s and 5:36s. It's about 5 seconds off the pace. So I was now looking at the timer. Corey and Rebecca there with the 5:40 mark. So I'm looking at the timer here. We're coming into the tunnel and we're on 5:26. We're only a few seconds away from the line. I think we could have been on here. And as we come across the line, all of us top 6. Look at that. That's beautiful. Doesn't get much better than that. And Smitty taking pole position.
Good one.
Oh, we're on here. We're on here, boys. Oh,
yeah,
look at that.
Let's go.
That's cheeky.
Oh.
2 seconds to the good as well.
Well
All right,
done, boys.
so,
That's
all right.
awesome.
Just stay line astern, guys. That's all it is.
Yep.
That's a well-executed
Maximum
qualifying,
suck.
guys.
Obviously, very happy in the live reaction for that one. But as for now, once more, let's enjoy the Nations Cup introduction. So the race was looking very good. the six of us all working together, got the top 6 positions. Smitty at the back of the qualifying pack with the most time to gain. Indeed got pole, followed by Schnickerman, and then me, 3rd position. I'm happy with that, and I'll take that, followed by Atom, and then we've got Ikatosh behind, followed by Hyperdrift, the top 6. Like, this was turning into one of the best sort of sim racing moments for me, like all working together, and it was all working out. We were doing things right. But what we've done, the qualifying, the main objective now is the race. We've got to survive 2 laps of special stage Route X. All our cars are front wheel drive, so we've actually all gone for the Megane, and that was all planned. Don't know why Hyperdrift decided to choose the white Megane. That's absolutely disgusting. Breaking the trend of using the black Megane. I can't believe you've done this. But anyway, it's much similar to qualifying. We're all spread out at the start of the race. We've got no risk of losing slipstream from cars up ahead. So the first part of the straight is just gaining. So we've gained on Schnicko, who's gained on Smitty, and we were starting to sort of think about at this stage, like, there's no real point in us all battling for the position. We might as well just finish off in the position we all qualified in. So the pack behind is all closed in, and we've actually got the close attention of Viper Z as well. So he's managed to latch onto the back of our pack, and that's kind of to be expected. I think by 3rd slot here, we've all kind of learnt what cars you have to use to not lose the slipstream, and I think there were no Porsches in this battle, so all of the cars in this top group here all managed to stay together. I think there has been a break in the pack further down the field, but we're going to have to head through the first corner, and this is where it gets really sketchy. I'm going to leave it in ×1 speed just to see how sketchy it is. Now, the absolute best line through here is your left-hand wheels on the left-hand line of the middle lane. So we're veering up into the top part of the banking, and Smitty was very much leading the pack here, and we were all just saying, like, just keep it smooth, no sudden movements, and it can be really difficult. And if you've got the pressure of basically your entire team resting on your shoulders, it can be quite difficult, but I think he's doing a very good job at this stage. So through the first corner successfully, no real issues to report of there, just try to keep it as steady as possible, and we're all just remain in formation down the second straight. So through the second corner now, it's a little bit I got a little bit out of shape, a little bit out of rhythm, just sort of wiping and swiping across the back of Schnickerman a little bit. Atom doing his best to follow me, so I got a little bit out of hand there, but we've all managed to survive. The thing with that is you've got to be really careful, because if you're sort of out of control moving left and right, if you all of a sudden get an overlap on someone, that's when the pit manoeuvres take place, and it is a very real possibility. As you can see up on the mini-map in the top right-hand corner of your screen, there's like at least three cars way off the back. I think there's more than that. I think they're little packs in themselves, but I think what's happened there is there unfortunately some crashes, some people that sort of lost it on the banking and have now been relished to the back of the field. There's nothing they can do from the back there. But we're going to fast forward here because we're on the second lap, and there's almost like two groups here. Smitty leading the six of us, and then there's almost a pack behind. You saw there when I look behind, there's like a second string of cars just all looking to try and edge their way up alongside, and it's quite difficult to do because I think it's two packs of six basically, so we're going to be even. The pack behind has to pull out at all the exact same time and try to get licks of slipstream off the edges of our cars to try and get past. So we're going to fast forward here, and we sort of made a little bit of a communication error there. We instructed Smitty to move over onto the optimal line, but what that actually did was give a lick of slipstream to the second string of cars that's beginning to make their way up alongside. As we look behind there, they're a lot closer that time. So it was almost a disaster, almost just gifting slipstream to the attacking pack, but we swiftly amended our poor judgment and moved back over to the left. So we don't quite have the optimal line here, although, so Smitty taking the uppermost banking, the outsidemost lane, just to try and not give slipstream to the inside string of cars that currently is alongside, I think, Hyperdrift in this pack. So it's quite a precarious situation, and what you can actually do is, I touched on it before, you can pick up slipstream off the edge of a car, so you can even get like a 5% overlap in terms of how much of the front of your car is in line with the back of the car ahead. can even be a slight bit alongside and you get full slipstream benefit. So a little bit of a physical oversight, or a bit of an oversight in terms of physics in this game, but it is possible, so you can kind of leapfrog your way up a nice string of cars. So it's really important to try and hog the whole slipstream of the car ahead to yourself. But we get through turn 1 of lap 2 with nothing to report of, and we are now just going to have a little bit of attention cast behind, because the pack just behind us is about to kind of explode. A lot of people have caught up, and the cars behind aren't working together like we are up the front. And what's going to happen behind? Look down on the radar there. Ikitosh gets shoveled out of the pack, and that just allows 2 cars to just get into our little string. So Ikitosh has died for the cause. He has no longer got the slipstream of the pack, and he's actually crashed. He's been crashed out. So Ikitosh has made the ultimate sacrifice for our teamwork pack up here. He's sacrificed himself for the greater cause. Ikitosh, you've lived long enough to become the legend, but you've still died a hero. But heading up towards the second corner of the last lap, so the last corner of the race, we've got to be really careful now, because all the cars behind may start working together and get their way past us. And if they have more numbers, it's a very real possibility, as the pack behind has now got an overlap with Hyperdrift still, but has moved up to 5th now. So in line with 5th position, another car is behind the attacking car, as you can see on the inside of the corner. If you look down on the radar, you've got at least 2 cars there just bumping each other, trying to get up the inside at this particular stage. But Schnicko, Smitty and Atom, we're not having any of it. We're just sticking to our formation. We're not even trying to fight within ourselves. We're fully prepared to cross the line. P1, P2, P3, P4, and as you can see, the attempt on the inside is kind of fizzled out. There's nothing they can do. Coming up towards the line, we are going to successfully take the top 5 spots.
Oh my. That's the hardest we've had to work for a good special stage Route X finish.
Wow.
Hell.
I'm done. Nah, f this shit. I'm going to shit the bed.
Well done, Smith. 298.
He didn't die! He didn't die!
That's awesome. Top split race winner, mate. Well done.
Yeah, that's the one.
It doesn't get much better than that, yeah. Top 5 we took out. Ikitosh, unfortunately, dying for the cause, making the ultimate sacrifice. But the rest of us, Smitty all the way down to Hyperdrift, top 5, with Smitty taking his first top split race win. As for us, 267 points, more than happy with that. And just the teamwork, man, like that was such an incredible feeling to work together in a team and just have it work out. Like, oh, I can't explain it. I was beaming. What an awesome night. Just the first 2 slots were nothing to write home about, so that was in yesterday's video, but the third slot, oh my goodness, what a video. Really awesome way to start off the season, and that's the meme race out of the way. The rest of the calendar is full of genuine races, and we'll have to buckle down and get our practice under the belt for that one. But that's going to round out this video today, so do hit the like button if you enjoyed it, do subscribe if you'd like to see more videos and streams from me. Do leave a comment as well. Questions, comments and constructive criticism, as always, very much appreciated. But that's going to be the end of this one today, and that means that is it from me. So once again, I do thank you very much for watching. See you later.